All right, guys, so we're gonna make one of my favorite free-form desserts. This is called a crostata, and it's basically a pie dough without the pie actual pan. I love it, and the dough is unbelievable. It's a masterpiece made as a base with Sir Kensington's vegan mayo. We're gonna be making a pie dough right now, and a pie dough, it's important not to overwork the pie dough. So we've got some flour. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of sugar, just to give it a little sweetness, a little bit of salt. Typically in a pie dough, you would add cold butter, but I'm gonna add vegan mayo, which is gonna add just the right amount of richness and flake to this. So I'm gonna stir this all around, right? You should start to get almost like little pea-sized, shaggy little bumps. That's a good sign. That's what we're looking for here. But you don't want to overwork the dough, so just kind of stir it together until you start to see those form. Now's the perfect time. Once you kind of see all those little clumps happening, I grab some cold water and I just kind of stream that in, and this is gonna bring the dough together. At this point, you're gonna want to dump everything out onto your table. Just kind of bring it together. And see, I'm not overworking it. I'm just kind of squishing it, pressing, squish and press. The reason why we're doing this is because we don't want to over knead the actual gluten. That makes it kind of bready and chewy. We want something more flaky and delicate. So this looks great. It's still pretty flaky. We're gonna cover up with some plastic wrap and let it rest for about 15-20 minutes in the fridge. All right, so out of the fridge, I like to grab my rolling pin, or in this case, a wine bottle, and give it a good couple of taps just to kind of loosen it, and then I start rolling it out. So now we've got all these mixed berries, and we're gonna turn this into a filling. You could use apples, you could use peaches, it doesn't matter. Whatever's in season is what your filling should be. What I'm gonna do is grab a couple shakes of sugar in there. I'm gonna add some flour, a couple good handfuls, just to thicken the sauce. And then I'm gonna add something to kind of punch it up. In this case, a little balsamic vinegar. You can even add a little dried spice. I've got some cardamom here. Give the whole thing a good mess around. Kind of looks a little bit like a disaster, but it bakes beautifully. So I'm gonna take all this mixture and I'm gonna put it right in the middle of my vegan pie dough. So I'm just gonna bring the edges, right? Just kind of fold around the mixture, and there's really no way you can mess that up. Now, I'm gonna just paint a little bit more of the vegan mayo, because if you think about it, it's got everything you want in it to make something golden brown. So I'm just gonna paint the dough. This is gonna give it some sheen, a little bit more shine. This is Demerara sugar, which is just a little bit more crunchy. We're gonna slide the entire thing onto a tray and bake it up. So then you're gonna carefully remove the entire crostata, lay it out, let it cool down a little bit, and then grab some powdered sugar and go to town. So there you go. The flakiest, most delicious vegan pie dough, all made into a crostata.